First, we'd like to thank everyone for their patience and their diligence as we've journeyed through this transition into Raintree. We've had some pretty significant ups and downs and some bumps. One of those biggest bumps is the excessive number of denials. There have been consistent errors and the reasons for these denials, and we've been able to identify them. The purpose of this video is to show you these reasons and to show you how to correct them in hopes of eliminating future denials. So the things that we found, the common reasons for the recent reevaluation denials is number one, no demonstration of progress from the last evaluation, including no previous test scores and no prior level of functioning. Another one is the previous goals were not included. The goals for the new auth did not include level of progress, including baselines. The plan of care dates were not updated correctly. There were multiple evaluation codes or treatment codes billed with the evaluation code. There was no discharge summary specific to the patient, and the attendance from the previous auth was not included. So I'm going to show my screen. I'm going to share my screen. And then we're going to walk through some of these. So the first one, and one of the most common things that we got things kicked back for, was no previous test scores and no prior level of functioning. So where you would find those, you would go to objective findings. And in this area is where your standardized tests and your objective findings or your descriptions for each area tested. To find this area, you right click and you click add, and it pulls them all up. These are for speech because I'm in the SLT standard, but each discipline, PT and OT, have their own standard as well. You pull those up and you just click on it, and then it gives you a box to fill out. You can either go through these and use the drop downs that they have, or you can go in the comment box and just write your own narrative. The same for the test. You can just click on the box and it has your scores that you put in, and then down at the bottom in the comments, you can put your previous scores and show a comparison to your current scores. Either one is fine as long as it is included in here. The next problem we had was with the goals, and they said that some of the goals we didn't have baselines and we did not have prior level of functioning and current level of functioning, because what they're looking for is they want to see progress. So to that, you go to your treatment plan and you have your long-term goals. You just click on them and you come down to your short-term goals and you click on the goals, and in the box, you put the current level of performance, you put whether they've been met, not met, continue, whatever you write for your specific discipline, you put that here. Remember, the short-term goals have to have a baseline and current level performance. They need to see progress. Then the next thing that we had was the updated plan of care. That's under recommendations. Over here from your POC from, your POC to, your POC from should be the first day after the auth end date of your current authorization period. And this will populate based on your frequency and your duration here. On your frequency and duration, be careful. A lot of therapists have put like 2 times a week for 6 weeks, or 2 times bi-weekly, or just different things. Just make sure you're careful with this, because this drives these numbers here, which will cause you to come up without visits. But make sure that your adjusted plan of care date is from the first day of the new auth, the first day past the auth end date for the current auth. Your evaluation codes, you're going to go to your charges page. From here, it should be over here on the far left side. These are your evaluation codes. You pick the one that best describes your current evaluation. You do not put therapeutic procedures for evaluations. Then you have to put a discharge summary. This goes under your recommendations page. We're back on there. It's down here at the bottom. We have our criteria for discharge, but then our discharge planning comments is where our discharge summary specific for our patient goes. That needs to be completed. Then to put the number of missed visits, we're going to go back to the subjective page. Down here under the reliability section, after you've chosen which one of these is appropriate for the patient, in this box right here, you're going to put attended blank of blank authorized visits. And then you're going to put a reason. If you had an excessive number of missed, you're going to put a reason why they were missed. PT and OT, if y'all use units or however you gauge your visits, whatever was attained out of whatever was authorized. It goes right here under reliability section. And then the other thing that we need to add is underneath the assessment tab in this comments box down here. There's 3 things that go in this box. The first one is you have to have the statement allowing makeup visits. The patient's home health services may be placed on hold while authorization is being obtained and may resume as soon as authorization is received. Patient may receive up to 3 PRN visits per week when prior scheduled weekly visits are not completed to ensure compliance with plan of care. Missed visits will be made up within the certification period, but not to exceed the amount of visits authorized. If this statement is not in here, then we're stuck with 2 times a week for the original plan of care. So just to recap a little bit, to kind of go through what needs to be included in your reevaluation. Number 1, you have to have a comparison of progress from the last evaluation, including previous test scores and previous functional level. Number 2, all goals must be addressed showing progress, including baseline and current level performance. Number 3, you must update the auth plan of care with the start date as the first day after the current auth ends. Number 4, bill only 1 evaluation code. Treatment codes are not billed as the same evaluation. That won't get a denial kickback, but it will affect us in billing, because what they will do is Medicaid will pay the lesser of the 2, and a treatment is not reimbursed the same as an evaluation. Include discharge plans specific to the patient. Include the number of missed visits and the reasons why they were missed for the current auth, and then a statement allowing makeup visits. So if you have any questions as to where anything goes, or if you have any questions on how to write anything up, please feel free to contact the director for your specific discipline. And again, we thank you for working through us with this, and have a good night.